Hi Tech family, welcome back to another episode of the day. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to easily pass your CompTIA N+. Some of you may ask, why do I need to pass a CompTIA N+? You need to pass a CompTIA N+ because it is worth it and is one of the best entry-level IT certificates which will help you in landing your first IT position. So if you are preparing CompTIA N+, or you are planning on taking a CompTIA N+, this is the right place to be because I'm going to take you on a tour where you will discover things that you gotta know in order for you to get well prepared for your exam. Okay, if you're new to the channel, my name is Lagat. I'm Congolese living in Accra, Ghana. I'm a tech trainer on a mission to help professionals, tech learners, and anybody willing to start a career in tech. On this channel, we develop topics like tech training, tech certificates, and how to get certified, tech podcast, tech career growth, and tech opportunities. If you're interested in any of these topics mentioned, kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also share our video to the maximum in order to grow the community. Without wasting much time, let's dive into the things that you have to know in order for you to get well prepared. But before diving into the points that you have to know in order for you to get prepared, let me say this. I just want to use this opportunity to encourage anybody who is planning in taking a CompTIA N+, whether this year or next year. Guys, you're actually doing great. It's the best decision you've ever taken. And also, please, you can let us know in the comment section, when are you planning to take your CompTIA N+ exam? Is it this year or next year? If you've already also taken your CompTIA N+, you can let us know in the comment section. We'll be happy to actually know that you've passed your CompTIA N+ exam, and also share your experience, how the journey was it difficult, what are the things you actually considered in order for you to be successful in your preparation. The thing that you actually need to know when you're preparing for CompTIA N+, the first is the exam code. As any other IT certificate, CompTIA N+ has the exam code, and currently we have the N10008, which is what people actually are taking as exam, and I'll also encourage you to take that one. We also have the recent one, which is N10-007. You can actually use the 007 to get prepared for the 008 because the gap is not that much. And the second question that people ask is the exam cost. How much does the exam cost? This question often comes into people's mind when they plan of taking a CompTIA N+ exam or any other IT certificates. The CompTIA N+ costs around $348. This might vary regardless of the location, the country, or the continent, but is around $348. Which follows is the questions. How many questions am I going to expect during the exam? You expect around 90 questions, and the questions are objectives. You may get a case study, but then I'm not sure they are going to be that much. If you have to get a case study, then it will be maybe one or two, just to assess your troubleshooting skills, to know how good you are when it comes to troubleshooting. And the following question you ask is the duration. How long is the exam going to be? How long will it take? Hours, minutes? I would answer by saying the exam takes 90 minutes, so it's about 1 hour 30 minutes. So 1 hour 30 minutes, that will be the duration for your exam. So when you are entering the exam lab, you make sure you are ready to sit for 1 hour 30 minutes, which is 90 minutes that you are going to sit. And the passing score, a lot of people are always bothered, what is the passing score, or how high should I score? The passing score is 720 over 900. So take note of this, very important. If you score 718, you fail. If you score 719, you fail. So you have to score 720 plus for you to be entitled to have your CompTIA N+ exam. And another question people ask is that, what is the lifespan of the exam? Does the exam expire? Yes, CompTIA N Plus expire. So the validity is 3 years. So when you pass your CompTIA N Plus exam, you have 3 years till the 3 years of validity before you renew it. But believe me, after passing your exam, the time you would like to renew it, the effort that you are putting right now is not the same thing you are going to put in when you would like to renew, because mostly you are familiar with the technologies and you just need to brush through one or two things that actually will make you ready for you to go and renew your certificate. And also so after knowing all these things, then you can decide to take your exam. But you cannot take the exam if you don't have resources available. Then you need to get resources. Where will you get the resources? We have Udemy, which is a paid platform where you can get resources by paying, and we also have YouTube, where you can get free resources. And joining the networking community may also help in getting those free resources. So once you have the free resources, then you can get prepared for your exam. Believe me, it's not difficult. You just need to understand concepts and know what you're doing. If it's your first time, it might be some way, but you shouldn't give up at the first attempt. The journey is always like that. It is not an easy journey, but you need to put yourself together and then put yourself to work. So these actually some of the things that you have to know. And then one question which people often ask as well: what are the topics involved? I'm going to take you on a tour where we'll be looking at some of the topics which are covered in the N Plus exam, and from there, you'll be ready, to prepare for your exam. So here we are. We've downloaded the material for the CompTIA N Plus exam. So we just go through this material for you to understand what I was talking about. So you can see over here we have the exam code, which is the N10-007. This is actually what we are going to use as an example, and we can just look at over here about the exam. So when you read here, you know more about the exam. And we have the exam accreditation, we have the exam development, the CompTIA authorized materials use policy. So let's scroll down. So look at the test details, the requirement exam, there's the code and the number of questions. Just as I said, we expect 90 questions. And what are the types of questions that we have? We have the multiple choice and performance based. The length of the test, which is the duration of the exam, is 90 minutes. Is mostly the same thing that I said, is 1 hour 30 minutes approximately. And the recommended experience. Okay, so this is what the request for, but as a beginner you can still take it. And this is the passing score, so 720 over 900. And let's look at the exam objectives domain. What are the domains that are covered for your exam? We have the first domain, which is networking concept. You need to understand the networking concept. Basically, it's about networking fundamentals, the topologies, and all those things. We have the infrastructure, the network operations, network security, network troubleshooting, and tools. You can see the network concepts rate 23%, the infrastructure 18%, network operations 17%, network security 20%, network troubleshooting and tools 22%. It means you can see the troubleshooting has an important rate. It means you should also develop great skills when it comes to troubleshooting. And let's scroll down. What do we have over here? So when it comes to networking concept, what do we have? Let's say explain the purposes and uses of ports and protocols. So you need to understand the protocols and their port numbers. So these are actually networking protocols which we have over here. So you need to understand them and then know their port numbers. Understanding means you should be able to explain how each protocol operates. That's the understanding I'm talking about. And let's scroll down. We have explain devices application protocol. So this is about the OSI model. OSI model, very important as a network engineer. I even have some of the videos, especially the one where I explain the difference between a network engineer and a system engineer. If you've not watched it, I will leave the link on this, like at the top of this video, so that you can go and watch and explain, understand the difference between the physical, the OSI model, and then the TCP/IP model. But OSI model is very important to know. If you're able to understand, if you understand the OSI model, a lot of things will be very easier for you. And so let's continue. We have explain the concept and characteristic of routing and switching. Should be able to also explain the routing process and the switching process. Under the routing process, there are so many things which we can talk about. So we can talk about the routing protocol side, and then other topics related to routing as well. We have IP addressing, as usual, is one of the key points which you should also know as a network engineer, or when you are preparing for any networking exam. You need to know IP addresses, especially when it comes to entry-level certificates such as CompTIA N+. IP addressing is something which you need to master. We have the wireless technology over here, which you should also understand very well. And then the cloud concept, now is everything is cloud, is a new technology booming. You should also understand, at least not being an expert, but understanding how it operates. And functions of network services, they are over here. So these are the things you should understand. So in a way, this is the exam overview, the CompTIA N+ exam overview, which you can also find on the CompTIA website. I will give you a link so that you can go and check on their site, download it, and then go through when you're preparing for your exam. So this is actually the overview I wanted to take you to, for you to understand the topics which are involved and the percentage, for each topic during the exam. So I hope, guys, you've enjoyed the tour. Guys, here we are. We've gone through the exam details, and we've looked at the topics which are covered in this exam. So by now, I'm sure you are ready to prepare for your exam, because you have the information which is required for you to get ready for your exam. So guys, if you found this video informative, like the video, subscribe if it's not done, and also share the video to the maximum. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.